Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Hello sa lahat ng members ng Team Bruner. Again, these are our members who will be taking the LEP in March 2023. Of course, under the new TOS. If you are still not a member of Team Bruner, it's very easy. Just send a message to our Facebook page. And that, of course, is Gurong Pinoy. Meron pa po tayong mga slots for our Section B for Team Bruner. Now, as you all know, your date of exam is going to be on March 26, 2023. Then, of course, application period is from December 26 until February 27 of 2023. Okay, so again, these are all under the new TOS. So again, pag sinabi po nating new TOS, no, hindi po nawala yung mga competencies from the last set of LET. Pero yung nangyari po ay meron po mga dinagdag no, ng mga bagong competencies. Okay, so again, for more information, just send us a message to our Facebook page. Now, we also have our majorship schedule. You can see that on your screen right now. Filipino, MAPE, Social Science, TLE, and AFA all meet on Saturdays. Then, of course, English, Math, and Science all meet on Sundays. Now, this Saturday, of course, and this Sunday, they will be having their discussion too. So again, po, pwede pa rin po kayong humabol. You can see all the previous videos na nandun pa rin po sa inyong exclusive groups. There's a video for your orientation. There's your diagnostic test. Meron pong discussion 1, both the video and the PDF file. So again, po, pwede pa rin po kayong humabol if you are under any of these major shifts. Okay, so again, Filipino, MAPE, Soxai, TLE, AFA on Saturdays, and English, Math, Science on Sundays. Again, just send a message to our Facebook page if you'd want to join us on Team Bruner. That's for Janet and Prophet, and of course, for any of our major shifts. Now, we also have our Civil Service Review Program, March 2023. Magkasabay po yung civil service na exam no, at sa licensure exam for teachers. On March 26, application period naman for the CSE is going to be on December 14th until 21. Now, your orientation will be on December 3rd. If you know someone who will be taking the CSE, just tell them, no, refer nyo po dito sa Gurong Pinoy, tell them to send a message through our Facebook page at meron po silang sarili din nilang grupo. Okay, so again, enrollment is ongoing for our Civil Service Review. Now, tonight's discussion is on professional education. Please do like, love, share our video. Again, we still have our program. Meron po tayong share and tag 10 of your friends. So if you have the sharer button at nakapag-tag po kayo ng 10 sa inyong mga friends, you are going to be automatically joining no, our names for the raffle draw for GCash of 500. So again, share po yung ating video. Make sure that you have the share button that's on our Facebook page. Then of course, you can just tag 10 of your friends para po automatic makasali kayo sa ating raffle draw of 500 GCash. Okay, this is professional education, but before we do anything else, of course, I'll start with our opening prayer. So samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, this is Prof Ed. Please do like, love, share our video, tag 10 of your friends who will be taking the licensure exam for teachers so that you may join no, yung ating raffle draw for GCash of 500. Again, please do like, love, and share our video. Start a watch party, tag your friends, send us stars on Facebook, and super chat, super stickers naman po dyan sa ating YouTube channel. If you'd like to watch the full-length video, again, please do become a member of Team Bruner so that you can watch full-length videos, and of course, you can download our PDF files. Now, if your video is blurry, you can just find those 3 dots and i-change nyo lamang po yung ating video quality. If you can see the captions and you feel distracted, again, you can also turn off the captions. Okay, po pwede nyo pong i-turn off yung ating captions. Again, Prof Ed, we start with question number 1. Paki-like na po and share ng ating video. Okay, number 1, you combine several subject areas in order to focus on a single single concept for interdisciplinary teaching. Which strategy did you use? Is it letter A, problem-centered learning, letter B, reading writing activity, letter C, thematic instruction, or letter D, unit method? Okay, what is our choice? Question number 1. Ano po yung ating choice for question number 1? Okay, number 1, ICCs. Sir Mike Echo from Team Piaget, good evening po sa mga members ng Team Piaget. Malapit na maging ganap na LPTs. Okay, so here you've combined several subjects, interdisciplinary teaching. So that means iba-iba yung disciplines, iba-iba yung subjects. This strategy, of course, is called letter C, thematic instruction. Okay, so iba po yung problem-centered. Of course, you have a problem, and that's going to be the center of everything that you do inside the classroom. Reading, writing, of course, as the name suggests, that's going to be your reading activities, writing activities. Unit method mo naman, kumbaga, all of the topics that you are going to tackle would be under one topic. Okay, so one topic, one big topic, or one big unit. For example, Unit 5, plants, no? So all about plants lang muna yung inyong i-discuss. Or Unit 6, animals. Okay, so that's your unit method. But in this case, letter C, of course, ang ating hinahanap na choice. Okay, so letter C, ang tumpak na choice. Again, please like and share our video. Paki-share po ng ating video. Of course, tag 10 of your friends para makasali po kayo sa ating raffle draw for our GCash. Okay, so that's going to be tonight, no? GCash of 500. All right, we move on with question number 2. When you teach, you often engage yourself in brainstorming. Which do you avoid? Would it be letter A, selectively involve students, letter B, break down barriers, letter C, generate many ideas, or letter D, increase creativity? What is your choice for question number 2? Okay, number 2, what's our choice? Okay, please tag all let takers. Send the stars if you can on Facebook. Super chat, super stickers naman po sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, number 2, I see A's. Tama kaya ang letter A? Number 2, letter A. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am RJ Flores, no? Avoid. You have the term avoid. Okay, so sabi dito, when you teach, you often engage yourself in brainstorming. Remember, when you say brainstorming, this is a strategy that you use if you want to generate as many ideas as you want, no? Or as many ideas as you can. Okay, so which one do you avoid? Alin dito yung hindi mo dapat ginagawa? Many of you are saying letter A, and that is correct. No? So sabi kasi na letter A, selectively involves students lamang. And you don't do that in brainstorming because you want to generate as many ideas as you can. Sa letter A mo kasi selective lamang. So maaari yung mga matatalino lamang, yung mga honor students lamang ang inyong i-involve, no, if that is the case for letter A. Okay, so B, C, D mo are all green strategies, no, when using brainstorming. Break down barriers, that's your icebreakers, no, dapat walang filter, kumbaga hindi na nahiya yung estudyante. Generate many ideas, of course, that is the main goal of brainstorming. And you increase creativity. Remember, as the teacher, you should hold your judgment. Okay, so wag niyong pagtatawanan if the idea of your students are wild, no, medyo wild yung idea niya, medyo imposible, you do encourage them, but of course, do not laugh at them. Baka next time hindi na siya magpa-participate kasi tinawanan siya. Okay, so avoid yan. Sir Poy, aplaon, nagbubulag-bulagan ka na naman, sir. Okay? Okay, so letter A for number 2. We move on with question number 3. Teacher Vida is a teacher of English as a second language. She uses vocabulary cards, fill in the blank sentences, dialogues, dictation, and writing exercises in teaching a lesson about grocery shopping. Based on this information, which of the following is a valid conclusion? Would it be letter A, the teacher is teaching in a variety of ways because not all students learn in the same manner? Letter B, the teacher wants to make her teaching easier by having less talk. Letter C, the teacher is emphasizing reading and writing skills. Or will it be letter D, the teacher is applying Bloom's hierarchy of cognitive learning? Okay, what's your choice? Number 3. Okay, what is our choice? Question number 3. Again, paki-like po, paki-share ng ating video, and tag 10 of your friends who will be taking the let so that you can join our raffle. Okay, number 3, letter A, and that of course is correct. Okay, so may vocabulary card siya, may fill in the blanks, dialogue, dictation, writing exercises, if or when she teaches a lesson about grocery shopping. No? So samot-sari yung kanyang ginamit because of course not all students learn in the same manner. No? May individual differences tayo, may iba't ibang klase ng intelligences, and of course iba't ibang klase ng learning styles. Okay, so letter A for number 3, ang tumpak na choice. Okay? Wala pong mention ng Bloom's hierarchy, no, knowledge, your comprehension, application, all those things. Wala po dito. Okay, so you cannot say that it's letter D. Letter A, ang tumpak na choice. We go to number 4, which holds true of competency-based instruction. Number 1, criterion reference. Number 2, norm reference. Would it be letter A, 1 only? Letter B, 2 only? Letter C, 1 and 2? Or letter D, partly 1 and partly 2? Okay, what is our choice? What's your choice for number 4? Okay, number 4 is talking about competency-based. Okay, unang-una muna. When you say competency-based, would this be criterion or would this be norm reference? Okay, please put that in our chat box. Criterion referencing ba ito or norm referencing? When you say competencies. Okay, criteria or norms? Okay, criterion kasi may fina-follow na criteria, sabi ni Sir Glester. Okay, criterion, sabi ni Sir Jaime Makasinag Jr. Okay, so when you say competency-based instruction, it has criteria, no? So, katulad ng inyong let, no? So, meron kang TOS, may new TOS. Okay, so may new table of specifications ka. And your table of specifications, of course, would be synonymous with your competency. So, competency-based, that means meron kang criteria. Okay, now tandaan, whenever you see criterion referencing, hand in hand with that, you'll have mastery and drills. No? So, mastery drills, criterion referencing, magkakasama po sila. Now, the difference between your criterion reference, of course, and your norm reference is that sa criterion reference mo, you judge the performance of a student based on the different criteria. Okay, so based sa criteria na inyong binigay, based sa mga competencies na inyong binigay. Okay, that's your criterion reference. Pag norm reference naman, you are judging the performance of a student as you compare it with the performance of the other students, no? Or the performance of the entire class. So you are comparing the different performances of your different students. Yan yung inyong norm reference. And so the correct choice here would be letter A only. No? So one only criterion reference. Competency-based is criteria. Okay, criteria or criterion. That's performance. You are not comparing the performance of one student with the entire group, or you are not doing norm referencing. So letter A1 only ang ating tumpak na choice. Now, as you can remember, I've already mentioned this before, yung let nyo po, no, yung licensure exam for teachers, it is both criterion reference and norm reference. Bakit criterion reference siya? Because of course, you have the different competencies at dapat makakuha ka ng at least 75% general weight average. Okay, so 75% ang cut-off. Now, it's also norm reference when it comes to your ranking sa inyong top 10. No? So, nirarank din yung top 10. And so, it's also partly norm reference. Okay, so but generally, it is criterion reference. All right, but for number 4, one only ang ating tumpak na choice. We go to number 5. What should a teacher do for students in his or her class who are not on an expected grade level? Letter A, give them materials on their level and let them work at a pace that is reasonable for them, trying to bring them up to a grade level. Letter B, give them same work as the other, give them the same work as the other students, not much, so that they won't feel embarrassed. Letter C, give them the same work as the other students because they will absorb as much as they are capable of. Or letter D, push them to perform in order to attain desired grade level. Okay, what's your choice? Number 5. Again, wag pong kalimutang i-share ang ating video and of course, i-tag ang inyong 10 friends para maka-join po kayo sa ating paraffle. And of course, thank you sa ating mga sharers and those who've already tagged their friends. No? Maraming salamat po. I see some of you who've already shared our video and of course, already tagged your friends. Katulad ni Ma'am Ides or Hen. Maraming salamat po. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's for number 5 and that is correct. No, dito sa atin, siguro piling-pili na yung medyo mga mahihinang estudyante, medyo bobits nating estudyante. Yung bobits po, yung term na ginagamit natin sa medyo mahihina. You give them materials on their level and let them work at a pace that is reasonable for them. In the US, ito ay napaka-challenging, no? Kasi they have what they call mainstreaming there. May mainstreaming sila. When you say mainstreaming, meron pong students with special needs na nilalagay sa regular classes. Okay, so meron kang mga estudyante when I was teaching in the US, no, for example, around out of your 30 students, meron kang 10 may special needs. Minsan merong bingi, minsan merong may ADHD, merong may learning disability, no, so may dyslexia, dyslexic ang estudyante, so iba-iba yung mga disabilities nila. Meron ding behavioral yung problema ng bata. And so this really is a challenge in the US. No? So you give them materials on their level, minsan nasa grade 7 na siya pero hindi siya nakakabasa, grade 3 lamang yung kanyang level. No? So minsan kukonti lang binibigay mo sa kanya, minsan mas madali lang yung binibigay mo sa kanya. No? So on their level, let them work at a pace that is reasonable and try to bring them up to a grade level. Because of course, ito din ay isa sa mga disadvantages ng sinasabi nating education for all, as sometimes meron din silang paniniwalang pass all. Okay, so pass all, lahat pinapasa. All right, so number 5 is letter A, that's tumpak. We go to number 6. You have presented a lesson on animal protective coloration. At the end, you ask if there are any questions. There are none. You can take this to mean blank. Letter A, your students are not interested in the lesson. Letter B, you need to determine if the students understood everything you presented. Letter C, you need to ask specific questions to elicit responses. Or letter D, your students did not understand what you were talking about. Okay, what's your choice? Number 6. Ma'am Pevelyn Joy Cercado. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Pevelyn, for tagging your friends. Okay, letter C. I see a lot of letter C's sa ating chat box. Paki-share po ng ating video, of course. And paki-tag ang inyong mga marites na friends. Okay, letter C for question number 6, and that is correct. No? So, pag sinabi mong, are there any questions at walang sumagot, sometimes we'd interpret it as, naintindihan na lang lahat, nagets nilang lahat, klarong-klaro yung aking discussion. No? Minsan kasi masarap sa pakiramdam, feeling mo, klaro yung naging discussion mo. Pero, most of the time, hindi sila nag-a-ask ng question kasi or hindi sila nag-a-ask ng question minsan kasi gusto nang tumahimik na lamang, naasiwana, nasashy nang mag-ask ng question. And so when you experience this, what you have to do is to ask specific questions para makapag-respond ang inyong mga estudyante, no? So elicit responses. Maging specific yung questions. You just you don't just ask, are there any questions? Is everything clear? Hindi na po pwedeng mag-summarize ka by doing Q&A, no? Socratic method yung inyong gamitin. Okay, so letter C for number 6. We move on with question number 7. Teacher Bong likes to concretize the abstract concept of an atom. He came up with a concrete presentation of the atom by using wires and plastic balls. How would you classify Teacher Bong's visual aid? Would it be letter A, model, letter B, realia, letter C, replica, or letter D, chart? Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Epyang Stella, kapag daw silent, kaulian na. That means nagmamadali na. Minsan kasi pagpatapos na mga trainings, no, at seminar, pagpatapos na, minsan nakakairita din naman yung mga kasamahan natin na medyo Jollibee, no, yung mga sinasabi nating bida-bida. Yung marami pang questions, gusto mo na nang umuwi, no? So minsan nakakahaba pa ng oras na nabibinbin kayo imbis na pauwi na kayo, ang dami pang questions. Kaulion na, sabi ni Ma'am Epyang. Okay. Number 7, ICAs. Ma'am Larry May, Concepcion the Second or EL. Maraming salamat for tagging your friends. Okay, so sabi dito, no, si Teacher Bong ay gusto niya ma-concretize yung abstract concept of an atom. Okay, and so what he did was he used wires and plastic balls. So what type of visual aid is this? Would this be letter A model, letter B, Realia, letter C, Replica, or letter D, chart? The correct choice here, of course, would be letter A. It's a model of an atom, no? So, similar to an atom, no? So, model siya. It's an image of what you are trying to concretize. So model po ang ating tumpak na choice. Again, when you say realia, these are real life objects. So for example, the bills coming from Korea, the coins coming from Korea, no, yung mga uniform ng mga World War II veterans natin, for example, these are realia. Even your specimens sa laboratories, those are realias. Yung replica mo, it can be considered under your model, pero yung replica kasi is smaller than the actual thing. Okay? Smaller than the actual thing, yung inyong replica. So for example, you say, punta tayo sa isang exhibit or say you say punta tayo sa Enchanted Kingdom or sa ganitong resort kasi may replica doon ng Eiffel Tower or may replica doon ng Taj Mahal or may replica doon ng Statue of Liberty. No? Sa replica, these are smaller versions of the real thing. Mas maliit yung replica. In this case kasi, sa ginawa ni Teacher Bong, we cannot call this a replica because your atoms are very small. Remember, atoms are the building blocks of matter. No? Everything around you is made up of matter. Anything that occupies space, no, and has mass, that's matter. Yan yung classic definition natin ng matter. So yung ginawa niya cannot be considered a replica because it is bigger than the real thing. Okay? Because your replicas are smaller than the real thing. And of course, yung chart mo naman, these are the 2D materials that you can put, usually you can hang on the wall. Okay? So letter A, model, ang tumpak na choice. We go to number 8. Which is a characteristic of an imperfect type of matching test? Would it be letter A, an answer may be repeated? Letter B, there are two or more distractors. Letter C, the items in the right and left columns are equal in number. Or letter D, an item may have no answer at all. Okay, what's your choice? Number 8. Okay, number 8, letter D. Letter D kaya ang tumpak na choice? Mamara May Flores, maraming salamat po for tagging your friends. Okay, a lot of you are saying letter D, tumpak kaya or ligwalkers kaya ang letter D? Kung hindi po kayo makapag-comment, that means you are not a follower sa ating Facebook page. So, paki-follow po, no? Hit po yung follow button natin. Kung hindi po kayo makapag-comment naman sa ating YouTube channel, make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Okay, letter D is ang karamihang choice. Tumpak kaya ang karamihan or ligwalkers kaya ang karamihan? Genocide kaya ang mangyari? Okay, sabi dito na number 8 mo, which is a characteristic of an imperfect type of matching test. Letter A, an answer may be repeated. Letter B, there are two or more distractors. Letter C, the items in the right and left columns are equal in number. So that means magkabaliktad ang inyong letter B and C. No? Sabi ng letter C mo, parehas ang number. Kung meron kang 5 sa left column, meron ding 5 choices sa right column. Kapag letter B mo naman, there are two or more distractors. That means yung right column mo, mas maraming items kesa sa inyong left column. Letter D, an item may have no answer at all. Okay, the correct choice here is letter B. There are two or more distractors. That means mas mahaba, mas marami yung pagpipilian kesa inyong STEM, no? Kesa sa inyong mga questions. Okay, let's take a look at your slides. So your perfect match, perfect type of matching test is when the number of items in the premises column is equal to the number of items in the response column. So yung premises column mo, usually this is column A, no? Yung questions mo, those are your premises. And of course, your responses would be in column B. So kapag ka equal lamang yung number of items nila, you'd call this perfect match. Okay, so perfect match or perfect matching type. Now, when you say imperfect match, ito yung nasa question natin kanina, this is when the premises column has less items than the response column. So that means letter B po ang ating choice, no? Kasi mas marami ang pagpipilian. There are two or more distractors. Meron kang items dito sa inyong response column na hindi mo magagamit, no? And this is the best kind, or this is the better kind of your matching test, no? It's or matching type of test. It's more challenging. Dapat kapag gumawa ka ng matching type of test mo or matching type mo, you make your responses, items and responses mo mas marami kaysa sa iyong premises para mas challenging sa inyong estudyante. Okay? So letter B ang tumpak na choice. Maraming ligwak, okay? So medyo genocide yung nangyari. Okay lang yan. At least next time alam na natin ang tumpak na choice. We go to number 9. The sum of all the scores in a distribution always equals blank. Letter A, the mean divided by the interval size. Letter B, or letter A, no, the mean divided by the interval size. Letter B, the mean times the n. Letter C, the mean divided by n. Or letter D, the mean times the interval size. Sir Jason Ebias, yes po, pwede pa po magpa-member sa Team Bruner. Mag-send lamang po ng message sa ating Facebook page. Okay, number 9B. ICBs sa number 9. May A din, may C din. Okay, so sabi dito, the sum of all scores in a distribution always equals. Okay, now remember, your average, no, or your mean, the formula for your mean is the sum divided by the number of data points. No? So the sum of all data points divided by the number of data points. Now, if you are looking for the formula for the sum, and when you use your cross multiplication, as you can see, the sum should be mean times the number of data points, and that would be letter B. No? So the mean times the n. N here would be the number of data points. Okay, so mean times n would be your answer. Letter B, ang tumpak na choice for number 9. Okay, we go to number 10. What type of validity is needed for a test on course objectives and scopes? Letter A, criterion. Letter B, construct. Letter C, content. Letter D, concurrent. Okay, what's your choice? Number 10. Hello sa ating mga newbies, no? Yung mga new followers natin. Good evening po. Okay, sa lahat ng ating mga followers, hello and good evening. At maraming salamat, of course, sa ating mga sharers. Hello sa mga top fan din natin. Ma'am Ronilyn Davis, top fan. Maraming salamat. Ma'am Marife Guevara Moya Cartilla, top fan. Ma'am Evelyn Yalon Espinosa Razonable, top fan. Maraming salamat po. Okay, number 10, ICCs. Okay, so sabi sa number 10 mo, what type of validity is needed for a test on course objectives and scopes? That means yung focus natin dito would be the objectives, okay? The objectives, the scopes of your teaching. And so the correct choice here would be letter C, content validity. Now, let's take a look at your different types of validity. So, criterion validity mo, this is divided into two, no, yung concurrent and predictive. Okay, so when you say concurrent, you have other criteria assessed simultaneously. So, meron kong dalawang criteria or different criteria that you are also assessing simultaneously with this set of criteria. Ang predictive mo naman, you are predicting future or past events. You have sub-areas. So for example, when you say criterion validity, kung siya ba yung top-notcher or rank 1 during the entrance test, at siya din yung summa cum laude, no, during the time that they graduate, that means there's criterion validity. No? So predicting the future, that's predictive validity. It deals with whether the assessment scores obtained for participants are related to a criterion outcome measure. Yung content validity mo, ito yung ating hinahanap, it deals with whether the assessment content and composition is appropriate given what is being measured. No? So scopes, your objectives, your targets, your criteria. Okay, that would be your content validity. Now, your construct validity naman, it deals with whether the assessment is measuring the correct construct. Okay, so the correct trait, the correct attribute, the correct ability or skill. For example, is this human biology exam actually measuring human biology constructs? Medyo mas malalim itong construct validity. Okay, so the correct choice here would be content validity. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Jen Silva. Good evening po. Isa sa ating mga licensed na, no, professional teachers. Veterana din yan si Ma'am Jen, no? Makakahugot kayo ng inspirasyon kay Ma'am Jen. Medyo matagal-tagal siyang sumubok at ngayon, of course, ganap na siyang licensed professional teacher. Of course, galing sa atin o sa Gurong Pinoy. Member siya ng Team Piaget. Okay, good evening po, Ma'am Jen Silva. Of course, isa sa ating mga LPTs. Okay, we go to number 11, which is or are a norm reference statements. Letter A, Danny performed better in spelling than 60% of his classmates. Letter B, Danny was able to spell 90% of the words correctly and spelled 35 words out of 50 correctly. Letter C, Danny spelled 35 words out of 50 correctly. Or letter D, Danny was able to spell 90% of the words correctly. Okay, what is our choice? Number 11. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Jen, na iraos namin ang let, kaya walang dahilan na di nyo kaya. Okay, so kayang-kaya nyo yan, sabi ni Ma'am Jen Silva, of course. LPT na po si Ma'am Jen. Okay, number 11, ICAs. Tama kaya ang letter A? Again, if you are not a member of Gurong Pinoy, no, of Team Brunner, magpa-member na po kayo. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Jen, salamat Coach Mek nang dahil sa inyo nakaya ko. Congratulations po. And of course, dahil din po sa inyong ginawa, no, pagpupursige, dedication, of course, sacrifices. Okay, number 11, which one is norm reference statement? Okay, the correct choice here, of course, would be letter A. Remember, when you say norm reference, you are comparing the performance of one student with the performance of the other students. When you say, eto no, 35 out of 50 words, 35 words out of 50, able to spell 90% of the words correctly, these are all based on criteria. So, criterion reference po ito, letter A lamang yung ating norm reference. Okay, so letter A for number 11. Number 12, when points in the scattergram are spread evenly in all directions, this means that blank. Letter A, the correlation between variables is high. Letter B, there is no correlation between two variables. Letter C, the correlation between two variables is low. Or letter D, the correlation between two variables is positive. What is our choice? Okay, what's your choice? Number 12. Ano po ang ating choice for question number 12?